we can talk about how we serve another day. But then when we serve the one, that's when they call us. That's when they say, I want out. I want out of trafficking. I want out of addiction. I want out of this homelessness treadmill or whatever that I'm on that just keeps going on and on.
Hey, I'm Nate Carver, and welcome to Between Two Doors. Nate Carver with Between Two Doors. If you've ever wondered what it takes to help restore people's lives and give them hope, you're going to enjoy this conversation. Terri Merrick is the head of the Dream Center in Pensacola, Florida. Terri, it is a pleasure to meet you. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent.
It's good to see you again. Terri and I
absolutely excellent.
We go way back, so I'm not going to pretend I don't know you. And Terri, tell us your vision about the Dream Center and what it means to you.
Well, the Dream Center was birthed out of just the need that I saw among the marginalized in our community. It was birthed out of that because I saw there wasn't a lot of movement. And so it was birthed out of the need to create an avenue for people to move forward, to move out of, to move through the very undesirable situations that people find themselves in life. My beginning, do you want me to talk about the very beginning before I ever got to the Dream Center?
Yeah, tell me, what was the nucleus that caused you to go this direction? What was it in your life that sparked this to be a calling for you?
I love that. Well, first of all, I'm a very common, ordinary person, even though I'm a little bit extra. But I'm a farm girl from Alabama. Grew up on a farm. Never saw anything of drugs, poverty, sex, any of that stuff. And in 2010, I went to Calcutta, India on a medical mission trip. And literally, God just opened my eyes to a whole reality that I had no idea existed. And when I got back from that trip, I really was very discontent with my life as it was. And so I started saying, what can I do? I want to do more. I want to go back and do what I did on the mission field. And I felt like I was just saying, well, what are you doing here? And that led to me going to the homeless shelter and starting to work with the homeless. That led to me never talked to a homeless person in my life. I do want to tell you this because it's really good. The very first time I went to the homeless shelter, I felt like I was supposed to take my scissors, and really argued with God about that. I am a person of faith. If you haven't already figured that out, I am. But finally I took them and I got there, and there was, I asked the lady if anybody needed a haircut, and she said, just screamed, does anybody need a haircut? Scared me to death. And I didn't know how to talk to these people. And what he gave me was this: if you could be anything you wanted or do anything you wanted and money was no object, what would you do? And 14 people later, I had heard one dream after another dream, after another dream, after another dream. Now, 14 years later, I'm still cutting hair at that homeless shelter every month because I never want to lose sight of the people that I do this for. Now, in doing that, when you start down that road, it's not just homelessness. Then you get into addiction. You get into sexual exploitation. You get into trafficking. You get into all the darkness that is out there. And so in 2017, there were a long series of things I'm not going to go into, but we launched the Pensacola Dream Center with the hopes that would be avenue for people to move forward out of these really, really horrible situations. Now, people look at homeless people, they look at people that are being trafficking, they look at all these different, well, why don't they just do something about it? Why don't they just go get a job? Well, you don't understand that it's not that simple. People that are being trafficked are trapped, not necessarily with chains, but in their minds. They're trapped with being addicted to drugs because that's how they trained them. They're trapped with the fact that they never had a normal life before. So, hey, at least this is consistent. At least at least I have a roof over my head. So many times, that whole conversation has to be had. But I want to back up now and just say Dream Center. At the Dream Center, God has been so faithful to us. We'll be 7 years old this year, but I have a little elevator speech just so everybody can get an idea of what we do at the Dream Center. But we serve the community. We serve the community, and then we serve the one. Okay. So we serve the community. Serving the community, we have cards that go out that says, when you're ready, we'll walk with you. With a 24/7 phone number, it always is answered all the time. And then we take those phone calls and return them. Okay. So we can talk about how we serve another day. But then when we serve the one, that's when they call us. Mm-hmm. That's when they say, I want out. I want out of trafficking. I want out of addiction. I want out of this homelessness treadmill or whatever that I'm on that just keeps going on and on. When that happens and they come to us, then we start the conversation to try to help them see a different life. And we just opened Canopy of Hope 2 years ago, and that is a safe temporary shelter for women. We also work with men, but we work primarily with women. Men will be on an outpatient basis. But, we go through things like, how did God make you? What are your gifts? What are your talents? What's your personality type? Do you think anybody's ever said to a homeless person, what's your personality type? Has anybody ever said, hey, will you tell me your story? That's what we do. We give them dignity. We give them respect. And then we start to say, in the same question I asked that very first day, if you could do anything you wanted, what would you do? If we can get them to dream, if we can get them to see that there is hope for a different future, everything changes.
I like
and
that.
And then we really go to work. I mean, there's so many things. You can think of everything you do in a week's time, from, maybe picking up your prescriptions to going to the doctor, checking on this, getting your supplies, whatever. Okay. All of that stuff has to be done for these people. All right. It's not just glamorous. It's messy. It's ugly. But I tell you, there's nothing more beautiful than seeing a life transformed because hope was birthed. Can I tell you a couple of stories? Because it's just so good. It's so good. Yeah. I just can't keep it. I can't keep it to myself. It's so good. Okay.
Stories.
It's just so good. So this we probably had like 10 or more trafficking survivors come. 3 of them we have in long-term restoration places now. One, we just wasn't able to help. And it was very sad to us. But when they come in, they are so hard. They build up this shell to protect themselves, basically, because they don't trust anybody, right? We don't ask anything of them. We talk to them. We hear their story. We talk about their talents, their personality, what they might want to do. But then after a couple of days, after they come, because the Canopy of Hope's special, I just have to tell you, it's very special. We'll see the layers just starting to come off. And they start looking at us like, these people really care about us. And they start looking at them, well, they act like I can really have a different future. They're talking to me like I'm a real person.
Right.
And you literally see it melt off.
And for people that don't know, Canopy of Hope is an actual home, if you will. It's you took a building and converted and built out private rooms,
Right.
shelter, food bank,
Yeah.
community areas, um, kitchens. It's
Yeah.
this. It's a place where people are safe.
Yep.
The last time I saw, my understanding, that place is specifically for women.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a beautiful outreach. It's a safe place where they can call home and start over
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
start anew and build a new life. And
Mm-hmm.
I think you were singularly instrumental in getting that started off the ground, finding the location. Where,
Mm-hmm.
what things are on the horizon that you
Mm.
envision or want for Humanity or Hope or the
Yeah.
Pensacola Center? Let's talk about the
So
future.
this is going to be really good. If you got some real estate people out there, I got a really good pitch for you. Okay, and that is this: Canopy of Hope is amazing, but it cost us probably $150,000 to get that thing open. Number one, because we had to have a fire suppression system, we had to have commercial code, all this stuff, and I don't regret 1 minute of it or one dime of it. Okay, we can house up to 9 women at a time. And then we're already looking for what their next step is to get to the future they want. But in the wake of that, we've probably seen 45 women come through in the last 18 months. In the wake of that, we have people that started coming out of these recovery programs. Well, they can't afford rent. They can't. I mean, they're starting from zero, right? So again, I just threw my hat over the wall. I rented a house for $1,500. And the owner said, okay, yeah, it's okay for you to sublet these rooms. So basically, I created my first transition house. So each bedroom, $500. I pay the utilities so that they can get on their feet. Okay, we started with one. Now we have five transition houses. And all we need is a land owner that's willing to work with us. So here's my pitch for realtors. This, you see all this horrible stuff happening in the world, right? We're out here fighting for that cause. The minute you rent your house to me and let me sublet it, you become part of the answer. And it's true because we need more of those type places. I don't have to get a fire suppression sublet for. I don't have to go through the city. I don't have to go through anything. It's immediate. And that's just been a beautiful thing. And we're looking, number one, we're looking to have more transition type houses. Uh, I would like to build a tiny home community for our mental health. I would like to have our own long term recovery. So if you want me to talk vision, I can just go on and on and on. Because the poor we will always have with us. These people that are in these situations we'll have with always. And I know I'm in Pensacola, but I do just want to say that we've had trafficking survivors from all over the country, from California to Las Vegas to Texas to Massachusetts to Ohio. We work with Rescue America. So if they need a safe place to land after they've been rescued, many times they call us.
That's awesome. You got a big vision, and I'm
I usually don't tell it because it scares people. So I
no.
can take it. I can take it back
Well,
and not tell
where
you
there's
yet.
no vision, people perish.
Yeah.
And you've cast a big vision. Well, you casted a huge vision 8-9 years ago, and then
Yeah.
in 2017, that vision manifested itself
It
through
did.
through
Mm-hmm.
your persistent work.
So Nathan, I just want to tell you this. I'm an avid journaler, and probably 8 to 10 years ago, I had this vision board. I don't know if you guys have vision boards, but I had a big vision board, and all the stuff about Pensacola Dream Center was on that vision board. But I also had a bucket list. And this year, as I was going through, I found that bucket list from like 2011, 2012. And all of these things were on there about the Dream Center. And I just sat there and cried because I had kind of forgotten about this. Some of them haven't happened yet, but some of them are going to. And I have 7 staff members now, and we've helped 45 women, plus all the people that we help on a weekly basis with food and all this stuff. We have 5 trains. How did that even happen? It blows my mind. It's not me. We started this thing in prayer. We totally give God the credit for everything he does. But here's something that does need to be said. When somebody encounters the Almighty God, everything changes. And that's really what we purpose to do. We're not like charismatic, push it down somebody's throat, but we know that it's the love within us that helps these people. We don't treat them like they're less than. And we can. I mean, the trauma and the shame that they carry. Mm-hmm. And we see so many organizations, even recovery places, that treat people as though they're less than. And they don't see them. I mean, but for the grace of God, Nate, that could be you or me.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's totally true. It could be you or me.
Yeah.
What if I thought so many times, what if I'd been born into that household where this little woman started being sexually abused at 5 years old? What if I had been born into that household?
Yeah.
Thank you, God, that I was not, Well,
Terri, you definitely remind people, knowing you personally, and you remind people that they are a soul first, mm-hmm. and that God created them. And I think about that and how I treat people, and in not knowing where they're at in their own lives and their past. Mm-hmm. And you've always reminded me of that very thing. And so it shows in what you do. How could, if anybody wanted to reach out to you to help you, to partner with you in the future with the Pensacola Dream Center, or specifically with Canopy of Hope and what you do with the homeless in the Pensacola area, what are the best ways people could reach out to you?
Okay, that's a great question. First of all, our website's very robust. Even if somebody is in another state and they're wanting to start a human trafficking club or something to raise awareness, they can go to our human trafficking page, and everything we got is in Word format. They can take it, they can put their name on it, they can use it. We give it all away. But if you want to know more about everything, the website is definitely also Canopy of Hope is on there. There is a place to contact us through the website. If you want to contact me directly, it's just Terri at PensacolaDreamCenter.org. Again, that's just Terri at PensacolaDreamCenter.org. Would love to hear from somebody who maybe listens to this. If you're interested in starting a Canopy of Hope in another state, if you want to start something, if you want to step up and be the change you're wanting to see, call me, come see me. I'll take you on a tour. I'll teach you everything I have. And then I'll give you everything we have. There's no copyrights on anything we've made. We just want full helping people. If everybody just helped one person, this world would be a totally different place. And so, did I tell you everything? Oh, we have a phone number too. It's 850-607-0453. And that's 850-607-0453. And then our crisis hotline is 850-466-SAFE. Again, 850-466-SAFE. So is that enough?
That's plenty. I'm going to put the links down below in the comments section. I'll get the links so that people can reach out to you. Folks, if you're looking for your place to contribute, to make lives better, to grow hope, reach out to Terri. It would be time well spent. And if you've stumbled across this and you need help, definitely reach out to Terri. And with that, Terri, thank you.
Thank you, Nathan.
We could do this for hours and share stories and how we got into all of this on another podcast sometime, maybe. So
let's do it. Let's do it.
Do it. It's a wild story. So anyway, thank you, Terri.
Thank you. God bless you, Nathan.